This is the 2023 Toyota Supra 6-speed manual special edition.
It's a BMW.
Who said that? Who's here? Who said that? Where are you? Anyways, where was I? Toyota is finally offering a 6-speed manual for the Supra. For all these Save the Manuals fans out there, now you get to enjoy a B58 with a 6-speed manual transmission. The B58 has been offered before with a 6-speed manual, but this is specific to the Supra. The next thing that makes it special is, of course, the fact that it does have only 2 color choices. You got the matte white, which is the one that we have for today's video, and of course, a later gray. This is my favorite color because it really shows the lines around the vehicle and it pops under the sun. The next thing is, of course, the wheels. And if you own one, you notice that right away. These are 19-inch forged wheels, and the design is totally different from the 2021 or 2020 model. And then you have the red calipers like a standard offer for the Supra. The tires on these are the Michelin Pilot Super Sport because Toyota believes these are the perfect tires for this car so you can get enough grip. The next thing that they have made sure that you as the owner enjoy the car and understand what you have is, of course, this little plaque over here that says 50 units, limited to 50 units. So this is one of the 50. Now, why is that important? Because that's for Canada. That means that we only get 50 units in Canada. Then move on to the back side where it gets a bit interesting. If you have one, you've noticed the difference already, hopefully. See this thing over here? Says Supra in red. That's it. That's all you got on the exterior. The 6-speed manual transmission is only offered with a 3-liter inline-6 that makes about 382 horsepower. On paper, the smaller engine doesn't get the same treatment. Another thing that you notice with this is, of course, the strut bar painted red and black. Now, why is that? Toyota says that this generation Supra technically is far better for track use. The strut bar is just to give you better performance on a track, but the engine is pretty much the same as the B58. The difference is now they have a 6-speed manual transmission. So what they did is that they changed all the throttle reaction so that it works well with that ZF 6-speed. How are you supposed to shift this thing? Oh, like this maybe. Yeah, that's the way you're supposed to shift. Interior. First of all, cognac interior, as you can see, different color, offered with this special edition. And this has full leather, also a bit of suede in the recliner and the seat itself. It's a nice touch, although everything else is black here. The door panels are black, but somehow the seats and the center console are a different color. One other thing I noticed with this, the center part here feels bigger than the automatic one. You have this nice carbon fiber, which is offered in other Supras as well. But the best part about this is this here. And from what I read online, Toyota designed this. It wasn't BMW. And the beautiful suede boot around it. It looks actually nice. It kind of looks like a Porsche gear knob. That kind of design. It reminds me a lot of the GT4. Similar design to that suede finish. It's nice touch. The problem is that when you're shifting, as you saw, these cup holders here are absolutely useless. Interior to me reminds exactly the same Supra as Thomas has behind the camera. It's pretty much the same. The difference is this here. But you do get rev matching with this. There's a sport mode, and Toyota says that the traction has been worked to make it perfect for this car specifically. One thing that I wish they'd have added with this 6-speed manual is an actual manual handbrake because it is powered. Other than that, if I close my eyes and I do this, it looks like a standard Supra except this cognac color. I like it. I think I like it. It's nice. JBL audio system too with this one. Premium JBL audio system. Everything else pretty much the same. Actually, it feels like my M3 in some ways. We have the same user interface, same buttons over here, same buttons over there, same drive unit. Everything is just the same. Okay, time to get all done. No, Jesus. Okay. I'm out. The next question that you're probably asking is, how does this thing drive? Well, it reminds me a lot of the M240i with that 6-speed manual transmission. This is rear-wheel drive. I believe that was an all-wheel drive. They did offer an all-wheel drive version. So it drives a little bit like that. Another thing that I noticed in comparison to the 2021 model is more put together suspension system, and that strut bar does help a lot around the corners. One thing that I don't enjoy much in this car is from first to second gear. There's like too much of high rev and then you shift. Like, it's not synchronized well the first to second gear. But after that, it's quite a joy. There's also the other thing that we have to, of course, remember. This car is brand new, so things are still new. After like 10,000 kilometers, this car will be perfect for track. But it's a 6-speed manual transmission Supra. Like, it's a BMW technically. Like, that joke, I know you guys are bored of that joke, but just because you're bored of it doesn't mean that the joke, it's not good. It's the truth. It is a ZF transmission. Although Toyota says that they were the ones behind it, engineered to work with the current engine. I'm sure it wasn't that hard to figure out how to put this together because it's something that was before. The rev matching is there, which is great. This car needs a desperate exhaust to really hear that B58 scream. But it's good though. It's quite enjoyable. Toyota says that they developed this IMT software to synchronize the engine with the transmission so that you could enjoy a bit more around the track or for day-to-day use. The suspension feels great. The car is supposed to be lighter than the automatic because of lighter wheels, better transmission. I actually enjoy this thing. Brakes are really good too. Similar brakes what you have in a 2021 model, 2020. The rev matching is great. The gears are close to each other. One thing that I don't like about it is the fact that the reverse, well, you have to go all the way to the left and kind of like slam it to get it into reverse. You get used to it, but at the beginning it was a bit of a, well, not fun. It was just trying to get it into the reverse right away. Someone is like chasing you down and you were trying to do a U-turn. It's like, I gotta get into reverse, I gotta get into reverse. I like this more with the 6-speed than I do with the 8-speed ZF2. It's just more fun. And also, Toyota said that they fixed the traction control, which is better than the automatic, because when you put it in first gear, their concern was that the car would slip a lot. So they managed to fix that. They changed the gear ratios as well. It does have hill assist so that the car doesn't roll back, which most manual transmissions today have the same thing. Now, the next question you might have is, how does this 6-speed compare to the Z, the new Z? Because I've driven this both technically at this point. Here's my opinion. The Z has a very loose gear knob. It needs a few changes to get a bit more stiff. And actually Nissan said that the Nismo version is going to have all those changes. This feels more put together. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Porsche GT4. That kind of transmission. Even the design reminds me a bit of that. But it's actually a lot of fun. You put your foot down into third. It's very easy to drive, and it could be a good daily for a lot of people that want to drive a manual transmission. I like it. It's the only B58 6-speed manual that you can purchase right now, as far as I know, brand new. And is the cheapest 6-speed manual transmission BMW that you can purchase right now. The new M2 is going to be over, well, let's say over 85, or loaded probably now around 90, and it will start around 79. This starts at about $71,000 Canadian for this model. So you got the standard 3.0 6-speed, the standard 6-speed manual premium package, and then there's the special edition, which is this one. So this was about 71 MSRP, which it's not bad. Take in consideration the fact that this is a BMW, you're getting a B58 engine with a 6-speed manual transmission with pretty much every BMW feature you can find in terms of a 2-door. It's a great deal. And the other thing that I have to say, in the long run, these cars are gonna hold their value very well. They're gonna hold their value because first, they're making only 500 units of the special edition. In Canada, only 50 at this point, but also because it is a 6-speed manual transmission. So down the road, these either are gonna go up in value or they will maintain MSRP value all the way through. Time will tell, but I have a feeling that this is gonna be the case. I like this quite a lot.